Alright, hello guys. Welcome back to Pokemon Platinum. Let me just clear out this ad here. Yeah, you guys might be wondering what I'm doing, but you guys had asked that I do a Pokemon Platinum kind of final walkthrough with the 8th gym leader and then all 4 Elite Four members and Cynthia, the Elite Four champion. If you head over to Pokemon Database or you just type in Platinum, I guess you could just type in Platinum Elite Four Pokemon Database. Or you just literally type in Platinum Gym Leaders and Elite Four. And then you could type in Pokemon Database, and literally it's like maybe the third or fourth option on Google Chrome or something. You always want to head over to the Pokemon Database. You don't want to end up going to like Cerebi or Cerebi or anything else. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to keep this probably 10 minutes, nothing more. It says, I'm not really going to read this, but you guys can just use your heads on what you'd be doing. They do mention the survival area. I probably will be mentioning that. To be honest, guys, we might be doing the post-game survival area. I don't even think, maybe I've done like the post-game one time, but that's about it. So yeah, anyway, guys, yeah, here's the gym leaders 1 through 8, and then we have the Elite Four 1 through 4, and then Cynthia, the Elite Four champion, as the number 5. If you guys look, we don't really need to click on them. Well, actually, what I'm going to be doing is going over, if you scroll down, at least in the post game, after the Elite Four and champion, you can end up rematching the gym leaders. You're going to have to end up having the right drastic emulator setting on your tablet. So yeah, just keep in mind that some of these rematches, you're going to have to phone call them just like you did in Soul Silver, Heart Gold. You might notice that I've been kind of commenting on the emulator. This is just a side note, but that I want to make sure that the emulator is accurate. It actually is an accurate emulator with like, the DSi back in the day. But anyway, guys, we're going to be worrying about that later. I'm just going to start going through it. So we're going to click on Volkner. I'm not really going to click on the last 7 gym leaders we ended up defeating. Excuse me. Mainly, I'm just going to be focusing on. Hold on. I cleaned my tablet today, but I actually have a pretty good full-on case on it. But anyway, guys, here's Volkner. Here's the rematch team. You're probably going to want to have to do. Another side note, you're probably going to want to have to do the rematch with the gym leaders. But you're probably going to want to go to the survival area first. There actually is a battle tower, but yeah, you're going to want to go to the survival area first before probably taking on the gym leaders. But yeah, if you might notice, Volkner has a level 50 Electivire. Really, none of his other Pokemon are too challenging. They're all pure electric types. Yeah, he's got 4 Pokemon on his team. I guess I'll just click on Electivire, and he's. We can click on his ability. It's probably going to be Motor Drive. So yeah, I guess he gets hit by electric type move, or if he gets hit by an electric type move, his speed will raise. I don't even know if electric moves work on him. I think they do, but he just raises his speed. But anyway, Vital Spirit is just like I think that's like I'm actually curious. I think I know what Vital Spirit is, but yeah, he can't be put to sleep. But I think he will have Motor Drive. Anyways, attacks at 123. Speed is good. Special attack is even good. However, if you just hit this thing with like a ground type move, he really doesn't have good defenses. And his HP is not even in the green. So, of course, you have to trade him holding an Electrovisor if you're curious how to get him. But first, you have to obtain Electabuzz. I can just look. I mean, he's probably guaranteed to have like Thunderbolts. I definitely think I know he has Thunder Punch, and he's just probably got some electric type attacks. Really nothing to worry about with Volkner. If you ended up beating all 7 gym leaders, you can just come in there in Volkner's gym with like the levels you have, and he's really not going to be too bad. And then we're going to click on the 4 members of the Elite Four and Cynthia. We're probably just going to scroll down because I think it shows all of them right there. Let me just sit up here for a sec. But, yeah, I mean, Aaron has Pokemon starting at level 49. So I guess one level lower than, excuse me, Volkner's Ace, which is the 8th gym leader at level 50, his Electivire. But, yeah, Drapion is actually a Poison Dark type. It's only weak to ground type moves. But, of course, I have my Garchomp. So, and plus I have my Infernape and also my Giratina with Fly. So, really not too bad overall with Aaron. I will say I don't really recommend using a Drapion in-game, but I guess if if Aaron, the Elite Four member, has one, then he probably knows how to use them pretty well. And yeah, keep in mind, Drapion's only weak to ground because he's a Poison Dark type. But anyway, here's the rematch team. We might be doing the post-game. I just have not decided yet. I'm kind of busy lately with what I've been doing. I'm actually heading to the gym and getting into running again. Just a side note, guys, I think I'm planning on running the Boulder at the end of May, the last Monday in May, I think it's the 26th of May, which is the last Monday. But, so yeah, I kind of have to prepare for that. But, other stuff that's going on in my life. I have my mom coming out in June. It's almost springtime, guys. It was just a beautiful day in Colorado. But anyway, guys, here's Bertha. Yeah, guys, this is why I run a Roserade. And I know it takes forever to end up training up a Badoo to Roselia and then finally to a Roserade with a Shiny Stone. But you might notice that Bertha has 3 Pokemon that are double weak to grass. And as well as that, only 2 of her Pokemon are Golem and Rhyperior are only going to be double weak to water. So, yeah, you definitely want a Roserade for Bertha probably. And even her Hippowdon, I can probably almost sweep Bertha's team with Roserade. Besides maybe her Gliscor, that's a ground flying type. But, of course I have other options like Gyarados. Keep in mind that Gliscor has the Hyper Cutter, so it's going to make it so your Pokemon that have Intimidate cannot use that on Gliscor because it's not going to end up having stat changes to its own ability, I guess, like for the Pokemon. So keep that in mind. It's not going to be able to lose like any attack, any defenses even either. So keep that in mind. I'd say Gliscor is probably her toughest Pokemon on her team, even though her Hippowdon's level 55 in her Ace. But like I said, pure ground types. really in any game are just obviously great options. I'm kind of shocked she didn't run like a Rampardos on her team. But I guess she's known for being a ground type user. But yeah, I didn't. I guess maybe like a post game rematch, she could have like a Rampardos. But I guess if we're keeping it obvious, then she's obviously a ground type user. Anyway, guys, I'm almost running out of time because we're coming up on 11 minutes. I might try to keep this under 15, but I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Anyway, here's Flint, the fire type Elite Four member. And let me just mention, Bertha's the ground type Elite Four member, and Aaron is the bug type user, our Elite Four member. And yeah, you're going to have to fight these 4 Elite Four members in order. So, anyway, she has some, Flint, the fire type user. Yes, it's a boy, but or it's a guy, but whatever. Yeah, he has 5 Pokemon on his team, all fire types. In Platinum, he's gonna have a lot more options than in Diamond and Pearl because in Diamond and Pearl, there's actually only like 3 fire types that you can possibly use, being the 3 he has, Rapidash, Infernape, and Flareon. Houndoom is actually probably post-game, although I don't even know if you can get Houndoom or Magmortar in Diamond and Pearl. Maybe with the National Dex, but really I think those 3 are the only ones you can get. And then they opened up some more options, but in terms of his strongest, his Houndoom's good. He's going to have probably at least at level 68. Oh, wait, excuse me. I'm into like the rematch. So here's his team. Don't worry, his Houndoom's not going to have Nasty Plot, I don't think, at level 52. Although, you know what? Let me just check on that because I'm actually curious. Because that could be a problem if... I just want to check. Not a problem, but just... I want to make sure that... he's not going to have... Okay, Nasty Plot is at level 60 in Platinum. So, he's actually not going to have Nasty Plot until you rematch him in the post-game. Of course, we did the black and white post-game. Platinum's a really hard post-game, I'd say. It's only for, like, the super elite, I guess, trainers or, whatever you want to say. But, just have fun with it. This is for girls and boys, women and men, or whoever. Other options that you have to worry. His Magmortar is actually pretty strong as a pure fire type. In fact, there's only 2 Pokemon that are dual typings. I'd say you have to watch out for his Infernape, except, it can even take hits pretty well. But, his Magmortar is, it can be an issue. I'd really say Flint is not too bad. This video is going to be under 20 minutes, just keep in mind, but it's probably going to be a little bit more than 15. Anyway, here is Lucian. I'd say Lucian is by far the toughest. He's by far the toughest Elite Four member. Maybe even the toughest 4th Elite Four member, maybe ever. Who knows? You don't really have to. You have to worry about stuff like his Mr. Mime and Espeon, even Alakazam. But I'd say if you don't have a fire type for Bronzong, it can be super challenging to take out his Bronzong. Unless, of course, you have like a pseudo-legendary, but, or like a legendary. His Bronzong is just really strong, really good defenses. It's even got almost, I think, like 1 point away from the dark green, I guess what you consider, or no, I guess almost in the dark green, but it's like he's got like 89 attack. It's not dark green, but it's, this thing can dish out hits as Bronzong. It's not quite as strong as Metagross, the pseudo-legendary in Hoenn, probably not nearly as strong, but yeah. And then the one Pokemon you have to worry about is this Gallade. It's level 59. It's a Psychic Fighting type. It just makes it challenging because it's like level 59. It's going to have, starting at level 50, it has like 125 attack. And then it's got moves like Close Combat. It probably has like, I don't know, Night Slash. And then it's even got, I don't know, it's definitely got Swords Dance, so keep that in mind. If it gets up a Swords Dance, this thing can just sweep your whole team. I'm not even kidding. It's not even that fast at like base 80 speed, at least at level 50, but it's level 59, so your Pokemon probably are not going to be at least that level as this Gallade. But I will say a good benchmark to come into the Elite Four with, at least if you want a challenge and it's not going to be too bad, is probably all of your Pokemon at like level 50. And then, of course, you can use some rare candies to end up getting them up to level 50. But you might have one or two Pokemon that are actually going to be low 50s to even potentially mid 50s. But yeah, and then you get to, obviously there's Lucian, the fourth member. He's a Psychic type user. But yeah, there's his post-game team. All post-game Elite Four members and Champion, or no, at least post-game Elite Four members will have just 5 Pokemon. They're going to be really tough in like the 70s to mid-70s. Of course, the Champions team, which we'll get to in just a second, has, I think, like Pokemon in like the low to mid-80s. Well, we can just check, but yeah, here's Cynthia. This is like probably one of the toughest champions of all time. I'm not even kidding. Like I've definitely like, you know, not trying to joke around, but I've had to reset my game maybe, at least at my save point on her, because yeah, you have to end up saving in the Elite Four. At least if you're just, you know, like, you don't want to have to go through some of the challenging Elite Four members like maybe Bertha and Lucian, at least in this game. But I'd probably reset on her maybe 3 to 5 times, just based on her team. I mean, she starts off with a Spiritomb level 58. This is a Ghost Dark type. It has no weaknesses because it's a Ghost Dark type. So keep that in mind. I really don't have to explain why. It's just, it's not going to be weak to Psychic because it's got the Dark type. I think the reason why it's not weak to Ground yet is because it has the Levitate. I think that's what it is. So yeah, this Spiritomb has no weaknesses. It's level 58. And I really just kind of want to comment on Cynthia's team. This video might even be maybe 25 minutes just to kind of emphasize Cynthia's team. There's probably quite a few people who are playing, maybe just want to play on their like tablet phones or whatever, and they were curious about, you know, what Pokemon would be good against Cynthia. I can kind of explain what Pokemon would be good, but I just kind of want to focus on my team, and I might focus on some Pokemon that could be used against her. But yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about maybe some of the older adults, women and men who knows, they just have nothing to do anymore or something. They're all fine. I'm sure they just want to see some, who knows. But yeah, her Spiritomb, it has no weaknesses. Level 58. It's got like Curse, so it's probably gonna what it likes to start set up with is I can't even, it's like this move. I think I'm not even gonna like click on the move. I'm just gonna try to remember. It sets up with like this attack. It like boosts its attack, defense, and I think it lowers its speed. I can't even remember what it's called. So watch out for that. This thing can hit you pretty hard, actually. We could click on it, but just for the sake of time, Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and click on Spiritomb just to show you guys. Yeah, it's got the pressure, so it's going to lower your PP every time you use a move in battle. Yeah, look at that attack. Everything is just in the green pretty much. Defenses, attacking stats. Although its HP is pretty low, it's not going to be. I'm surprised. I actually did not think Ghost types got a gender, but anyway, yeah, it's actually you're gonna outspeed it probably because it's got really bad speed, but I mean, look at those defenses. Of course, its HP is not that great, but it makes up for it in like amazing defenses. And then, of course, moves that it knows. The one thing I want to focus on with it is, yeah, if we go to Platinum, yeah, I actually think it knows Dream Eater, and then it has Hypnosis. It probably has like, I think it has Sucker Punch, and I'm surprised it's Nasty Plot. You know what? I think it has Ominous Wind or something instead of maybe Sucker Punch. It definitely has a. Oh wait, is it Curse? I know it knows Curse. It has Hypnosis. It might even have Nasty Plot to boost it. I think it does have Nasty Plot to boost its special attack. Then of course it has what was the move? I think like Dark Pulse or something. So yeah, keep in mind it's gonna set up. If it uses Curse, your Pokemon's gonna go down in literally 4 turns. Your Pokemon will go down. But however, Spiritomb's HP will half, so that might be your best option in terms of trying to take it out. Then I guarantee you, once Spiritomb gets taken out, Cynthia likes to go either to her. In my case, it's always her Milotic. But actually, she might end up going to her Togekiss. Her toughest Pokemon to take out are probably her Togekiss, Milotic, and Garchomp. Well, that's just in my opinion. For Spiritomb, you just want to focus on like something that can just all-out attacking Pokemon that can just you can potentially set up on her Spiritomb, but that's about it. If she ends up going to her Milotic or Togekiss or even Garchomp, there's probably no way you can set up on it on any of those Pokemon. And yeah, I have my own Garchomp, but of course, I never really run into her Garchomp as the issue. I just run into her, yeah, mainly, like I said, Milotic and Togekiss. Her Roserade is actually not too bad with like my Infernape, and Lucario goes down to maybe like Infernape, Giratina, probably, I don't know. I'm running Giratina this time. I don't always run Giratina. But yeah, options for like Milotic. I don't necessarily think you want to put maybe like a ton of status on it. I think it has this. We can click on it. Yeah, it ends up having Marvel Scale. So yeah, if you put status on it, it's gonna raise its defense by 50%. So yeah, keep that in mind. And let's just check Garchomp, just because I'm running a Garchomp, just like Cynthia. But yeah, it has Sandveil. So if you set up the Sandstorm, it's gonna make it so your moves are less accurate on Garchomp, or at least on hers. That's the same for mine, but just keep that in mind. Really, her Togekiss is the other issue. It's got Hustle. Let's just click on this ability. Hustle increases the ability bearer's attack by 50%. However, it reduces the accuracy of all physical moves by 20%. So yeah, that actually works out pretty well, except I'm pretty sure Cynthia's Togekiss is all-out special attacking. Her her Togekiss is going to know, like, the most annoying moves, like Aurora Sphere, and I guess Aurora Sphere is the main one. It's a pure fighting type move, 90 special attack, 100 accuracy. It's going to know, like, some elemental moves even, like, I think it knows, like, Ice Beam and Thunderbolt or something. So, yeah, don't even try to send in. I know it knows Ice Beam, so don't even try to send in, like, potentially, like, a ground type or even, like, a grass type. Just anything, really. Of course, Steel types will get annihilated by Togekiss's Aurora Sphere. But what you can end up doing on Togekiss and Milotic is, potentially, guys, I'd say use maybe the Legendary in the game. Just if you're starting out, keep in mind that Milotic already has amazing defense actually, I'm surprised. I thought it had way better defense. It looks like it actually has, better special defense, but of course its ability will make it so if you put status on it, it's going to raise its defense by 50%. That's like 1.5 times raise, so keep that in mind. That's pretty much like a super effective hit that it's raising its defense with. And then, her Garchomp. Of course, I always plan to take out the ace Pokemon of the champion with just like maybe one or two members. I'm just sort of telling you guys how to handle these Pokemon. Cynthia's team, like anyone would say, is like completely stacked. I promise we're not going to keep this video longer than 30 minutes, but I'd say electric type moves, grass type moves on Milotic work well. If you have like a Magnezone on Milotic, that is fantastic. Her Togekiss can potentially go down to, it's not fairy flying like it says. It's actually a normal flying type. Fairy was not introduced until Generation 6, but, Togekiss is weak to being a normal flying type. It's going to be weak to electric, ice, rock, and, electric, ice, rock, and I think one more, electric, ice, rock, and there might be one more. I'm trying to think. Let me just click on it just so we know what it's weak to. Ice. Oh, it's also not going to be weak to poison. I can just name it here. Rock, electric, ice, and I think that's it actually, guys. Rock types work well. Of course, Rampardos probably would maybe get a hit off if it had the right level. And then if you had like a Rampardos, this Togekiss would probably just go down in one hit to like a head smash pretty easily. That's why I was so bummed I could not run a Rampardos. But Togekiss is an absolute beast. Ice type moves probably work well. I could always send in my Vaporeon or Gyarados maybe. But keep in mind that Togekiss might even have Thunderbolt. Her Garchomp, I haven't even mentioned her Garchomp or talked about it. I'm not really going to mention Lucario or Roserade. But, her Garchomp has Swords Dance. I'm almost positive. If it sets up one Swords Dance, it's pretty much going to sweep your team no matter what. It also probably, we can check. This is the last thing I'll check, guys. I'm just going to end it here. But, her Garchomp, I think it even knows, I think it even has Outrage, unless it's Dragon Rush. Okay, it looks like Garchomp cannot even learn Outrage in Platinum. It has Dragon Rush. That's actually not too bad. I know I'm kind of talking up Cynthia like she's impossible, but guys, just have fun with it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.